get those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country.
Let's go. How y'all doing, baby? Yeah, I got it going on.
We can't afford.
How in the hell y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, my friends. We're going to start this stuff all over again. I'm so happy y'all are here, because I need a little sport today, baby. Dorothy Tyndall's in the room, and Jeff Curry's here. Miss Linda, a.k.a. Mary Ellen's here. Dwayne Twizzle's with us. Bart Larson's here. The remixtress, thank goodness, is here. Colleen Collins. Me too, baby. Me too. It's all going to play out somehow. Mega Wet Willie's here. Adina Michael. Deborah Douglas is here. Jeanette Miller. Hey, Suzanne Jarrett. How you doing, darling? Hope you're doing fine. Easily Distracted all the way from Chicago is here. Thank you very much. Nancy Halverson's here. BW. Look at the trees. No, seriously. Look at the trees. They're pretty neat. I'm glad you're here. Michael Falbister. Amanda Elliott. Let me see. Aaron Trombley is here. Bart Larson, Mike Deanda, thank you. Mike, get what he wants. Yeah, he's trying, ain't he? The remixtress is with us, Bruce Preston. Let me see. John Herron, our resident archaeologist, buddy. We got digging in to do. Thank you for being here. Let me jump on down here before I forget where. Mark Perkins is here. Teresa Diggum. Hey, senior. How in the hell y'all doing? It is Tuesday, baby, and it's starting. The entertainment's going to start picking up again real quick. Donnie's going to the Supreme Court. That's right, baby. He's going to the Supreme Court. Yeah, it's his court, isn't that what? Hello, Carolyn and John. How y'all doing? Jean Prim, our own Bernadette Pree, is here. As a matter of fact, she's right there. Let's snag her. Donnie's going to the Supreme Court. Donnie's going to the Supreme Court, Bernadette. You know why?
Oh, John, he just never stops.
He never stops. He's going to going to the court to try to get the court to not allow the Department of Justice to look at the 100 classified documents they got out of Mar-a-Lago. He don't want that. Send it back down.
He wants to reverse the ruling the 11th Circuit handed down on his app. You know what? I can't wait till the 11th Circuit comes back again and just shuts this judge down.
No, I'm trying to get this all right in my head. Now, he's gone to the Supreme Court to ask the Supreme Court not to allow the Department of Justice to look at the 100 documents without the special master looking at them first. Now, the 11th Circuit Court...
The 11th Circuit said that they could look at because the documents belong to them.
But back up the bus. Now, wait a minute. So, we're at the 11th Circuit Court who said, yes, DOJ can look at them. But now Judge Cannon stepped in again, didn't she?
Yes.
There you go. That's what this is about. Judge Cannon has put a hold on the 11th Circuit's court decision that DOJ could use the documents, and now Trump is asking the Supreme Court to demand that the documents be turned back.
This is just another tactic because see, they was headed straight for looking at those documents and having to say, coming up in November now, mind you.
Yeah.
Him having to say, this is executive privilege, this one belongs to me, that one, maybe, you know, he had to classify each piece of paper.
Each piece of paper.
And he ain't about that shit.
But we already seen him on TV when he said he declassified everything. Everything. That's what he said on TV. He declassified everything.
But not to the courts.
No, not through anything, just through his own freaking mind.
To do.
Yes.
And she came along, you know, his judge pocket. She came along and said, "Oh no, he don't have to verify anything."
Teresa Diggum just said Cannon needs to be fired. She needs to be impeached. That judge has shown herself to be nothing but a bought and paid for.
And that's what we have to realize is that we have a 50-50 Senate right now. And in order for her to be impeached, they have to go through the House and Senate process, the indictment by the House and the conviction by the Senate. Pretty much. Technically, that's what it is.
Pretty much so.
That's not going to happen.
No, but it doesn't matter. The whole game here is more of a delay tactic. That's exactly what he's doing. You know, he's trying to tie it up with as many objections, whatever he could do. If he could get on, sit on a, never mind. Aussie Dave, I'm thinking about moving to Australia, brother.
Mate,
surely it's got to be more comforting life.
Make room for two.
I can't believe what this guy is getting away with.
Shit.
I just
over and
he's
over.
He's got his own judge acting as his lawyer in his own case.
Judge Collins is in his pocket deep, baby, deep in his pocket.
There's going to be some repercussion here. I know that the Senate's not enough numbers and shit. Jesus Christ! I mean, if you get a handful of these sorts of judges, and you're in trouble, America. I mean,
America
we know
is in trouble because we have more than a handful of them.
But hold on a minute, because he seriously believes he brought the Supreme Court, okay? Yeah. And so when he gets in front of the Supreme Court, he thinks they are automatically going to rule in his favor because, see, they work for him now.
And are you sure they're not? Because who did he give that request to?
John, I'm not sure that they don't.
Who did he give his petition
to? I am not
to?
sure.
He gave it to Clarence Thomas.
Of course he did.
And it's up to Clarence Thomas whether or not to accept it to the court or not. So what do you think's going to happen?
And why wouldn't he do that? Because Thomas's wife just came out and said, "I believe the election was just stolen." She just said that shit.
She stuck to the whole big lie that she believes.
Because it's the Thomas court. It's not the Roberts court anymore. It's the Thomas court.
This is really dystopian. I mean, even I noticed yesterday, one of Trump's latest lawyers said, "No, fuck you, Donald Trump, I'm not lying for you." And she's now retained her own lawyer, but she's worried. Because Trump wanted her to go to the National Archives and say, "You've got everything. You've got everything," when they know they haven't.
Lawyer wouldn't sign that either.
Do it.
The lawyer,
no, so she's now lawyered up as well. I mean, anyone that touches Donald Trump gets screwed. And
making attorneys get attorneys, isn't that what?
We said 6 years ago. He's going to fuck America, and he's done it. He's done it.
Everything he touches dies, and he touched America, y'all, and we're watching it wither.
You see the other day, the CIA directors come out saying that, listen, guys, besides Trump, we've got a big problem with Putin. He's saying that Putin is in a corner, and he may just lash out with some low-yield weapons. Because he's lost the ground, he's annexed. He's lost it already.
He lost it the day he annexed it. The day he signed the paper, they were in retreat. So,
and then you've got Tucker Carlson defending him on fucking Fox.
Well, what did you expect there? I didn't see that, but I don't need to.
Then you got Donald Trump saying, "I'm suing CNN for $475 fucking million." Hello, Fox. Why are you suing CNN? Defamation. Well, hello, Fox. You know,
Fox is who they've always been. I've always said
is obviously
they are the most anti-American bullshit you could put on your TV. where they can wave the flag and let eagles fly by and shit on it all day long. It doesn't make it patriotic. It makes them, and they're nothing but anti-democracy over on that stinking
And then Florida has a hurricane, and what happens? Their own fucking Republicans vote against assisting in Florida with a hurricane.
Yeah, you know, fuck them. That's what they say down there. It ain't them. So fuck them. Ain't that sad?
The Republicans are showing themselves every day, no, every hour. Something happens to show that they're not American. They're anti-American. They are full-on, blown, communist, fascist, Nazi fucking assholes.
Are you a little pissed off, Dave? Hey, Dave.
Oh, look,
hey,
I'm
Dave.
pissed off.
Did you hear about Herschel Walker?
Yeah, well, I'm glad she kept the receipt.
The comedy never ends. If it weren't for the injustice, if it weren't for the danger to our society, it would be a comedy show on Fox. You know, as America turns.
If Dr. Rose, if you're listening, fuck you 329 times. Fuck you 329 times. You low come bag of shit. Killed 329 puppies.
I like it. Keith Ellis just gave me a new one for MAGA. Moscow agent governing America. Moscow agent governing America. That's what MAGA means. Yeah.
They're all assets.
That fits.
Yeah, they're all assets, mate. I mean, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No, please.
She's saying oh, you know, they want to kill all Republicans, and they've started the killing already. She says one man's been shot in the back, another one's been shot here.
I heard that. The Democrats are out to kill America, kill Republicans, and they're already started. What is she trying to? What is that side trying to start? I told you before, he is not looking for votes. They're looking to raise a freaking army. That's what they want.
Yes. Well, if they can't win it, they're going to take it by force.
They're going to take it by force. And we see this trial going on with the Oath Keepers right now with what's his name, the head guy. Forget his name, damn it.
I know the guy you're talking about.
Whatever the guy with the patch over his eye. He is a Yale Law School, a graduate of Yale Law School. That guy knows the law. He's trying to, they say he's going to take the stand in his own defense. I want to see it, baby. I want to see it.
Well, he's going to sink Trump. No matter what happens, Trump will be sunk by his evidence or all their evidence because they said they're acting on orders from Trump.
The president. They were waiting on Trump to give the...
And they've got now new audio of Roger Stone and a few other cronies communicating with them prior to January the 6th. There's another audio came out yesterday, I think, that exposed, what's his face? John Eastman.
Yes.
There's a tape come out with him on there. I mean, these guys are planning crimes and planning cheating and discontent within the country all over the place. This must be illegal somehow. This is incitement. This is unsettling the country. It's like someone coming from Russia and immigrating to America and doing this shit. You kick him out.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a Russian agent there now in Trump. I mean, I'd rather him be in Russia right now.
We've all known that since the day,
being enlisted.
The earliest days. The first meeting he had in Helsinki with Putin. I think we all knew who he was then. He went into a room without any other American.
That's when it all started.
Yeah. Miss Chick, are you with us?
That's when he said.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
Hi, Mitch.
How you doing, darling?
Oh, we're into swearing today, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I broke the rule. But
no,
Bernadette.
What happened to Bernadette?
Is I'm just going to say, where's she gone?
All of a sudden, she disappeared out of the
Bernie.
room. She's not in the audience either.
Maybe she got.
Maybe she has a
something
phone
happened.
call or something.
Yeah, maybe something happened. She had to take care of it. But
Yeah.
all of a sudden, she.
How's your week, Mitch? Missy Chick, how's your day been?
Okay, I guess.
Have you got any good news for us? Because I brought all the bad news. Have you got any good news?
Yeah, Dave came in and shit on the parade, so, try to cheer us up a little bit there. Yeah.
I can't do anything really good.
Well, I can. Michael Johnson just came in the room with $2 and said, I didn't fight in the wars, so I'm not a veteran. Fuck Trump. I didn't fight in the war, so I'm not. Fuck that. You didn't have to carry a gun, buddy. Didn't have to carry a
No,
gun.
if you served,
You
if you
served, you're a
served,
veteran, baby. You got VA rights, all that stuff. Don't say that.
if you haven't got bone spurs, you're right.
Well, have you noticed? It's kind of subtle, but have you noticed that they've toned down on the abortion speak?
Yes, they have.
Well,
Yes,
They
they
were-
have. They're
Well,
doing
they
everything-
did until it was brought up again today.
Well, right.
Did
And that was by Herschel Walker's
Herschel
son,
Walker's
right?
son? Did you see that video?
I
Boy,
did. But I know
howdy
nothing
shit.
about his family and what their
They say
dynamics
he
are.
is a conservative. His son. His son is a conservative.
really?
Yes. Yes, that's been heavily reported on. He's and he came out and just called him out for what he is, a lying hypocrite. Yes, he paid.
Didn't
for
another family do that to another politician,
I don't
Republican?
know how
Another family.
anybody in Georgia with half a degree of integrity can vote for him. He's a lying, stinking sack of shit. We find out. His
Well, they
son
don't care
came
about
on.
that.
He's got
They
4
love
kids
liars.
by
Come
4
on.
different women, and he only supported one. He picked one, and that's it. I ain't paying for no more. Yeah,
And he's not a pretty man. He's not a pretty man, is he? He's not a good-looking man.
No,
No,
he had money at one time.
no.
That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played for Dallas for a while. You know, he made himself into a legend, and just like what's his name down there in Mississippi? What's his name? Shit. That other ball player that's in the news.
Yeah, ball sports. I don't know any of that.
Yeah, sports ball.
Yeah.
Sports ball.
Sports ball, yeah.
Sports ball.
You got in trouble for taking money from the welfare system in Mississippi. Brett Favre.
Was it?
Brett
Brett
Favre. I'm
Favre,
sorry,
yeah.
my Rolodex works slow.
Oh yeah, he
It's
was the
up there.
pretty boy of stuff for a while
Yes,
too, wasn't
yeah.
he? Yes, he was.
It,
Yeah. I hope he eats some crow and pays some money back.
Just
I've never seen a political party ever have their family bag them. I mean, this besides Herschel Walker,
Yeah.
there was a guy a few months ago that his sister or his family bagged him as well. Another guy.
well, there's only so
politician, they
much
said-
bullshit your family's going to put up with if you come out there with all your crap when they know better.
Yeah.
I hope they all come out and,
Yeah.
and
Well, you know,
speak up.
This is part of the plan, though, with the new GOP. I'm going to call them the new
The new
GOP,
GOP?
MAGAs.
Oh, the
yeah.
MAGA party?
It's to just keep anything, any kind of controversy, any kind of whatever,
Pull it out of
in
your
the
butt.
forefront of the news,
Throw it
even
out
if
there.
they're yelling fake news,
Make
whatever.
yourself into an idiot just so that's the story. Look what an idiot this
well,
guy is.
as long as people are looking at that and screaming, they're not seeing what's going on behind the curtain.
Exactly.
And we know that curtain game.
They want
they're playing it heavy
their
right now.
voters just stupid and mad. That's what they want. That's how come Marjorie Taylor Greene is out there saying what she's saying. It's the same thing Donnie's saying at his rallies. He is trying to motivate people to take an action, not to vote, but to get ready.
No, he's another distraction, John. He's
Yeah.
just another distraction. They don't care how they get in. They want to get in.
He's just
And
trying to-
they've got the 6
They wanna get people
marionettes
angry.
there in
They
Washington.
want to keep them angry. They
And they
want to
got
convince
Trump.
them that half of this country is out to get them.
Everybody's
got
focused
news
on
for
the
'em.
circus.
More than half.
They're quite literally focused on the circus, and
Yes.
let them say that they'll let them say anything they want. they don't care.
Watch the man on the
Doing it-
tightrope with no net.
Yeah.
And
They're doing
Republicans jump
everything
up there
to
every day
distract.
until they,
Look at Doug Mastriano, whatever his name, Mastriano in
Up in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
He's saying, I'm going to ban pole dancing and pornography in elementary schools. What the fuck? When does pole dancing in
saw that.
elementary? I mean,
when
what's
did
this guy
Pennsylvania
saying?
start having pole dances in grade school?
And
They're going to put
pornography.
it in pornography, yeah. Well, I'm sure that's probably some book in the library that has something to do with Little Billy Has
It's
Two
all
Dads
about
or
grooming,
something.
you know. They're grooming
Oh
our
yeah,
children.
they're grooming, all right.
Grooming them.
Let me thank Gene Prim,
Yeah,
who
you're
came in with a $5 donation and said, "Yes, Michael, you are a veteran. Thank you, sir." Gene Prim, thank you twice, baby, for the donation and for that comment. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't let anybody
But,
ever do that. Huh?
I mean, I'm also a bit upset with Donnie putting a target on Mitch McConnell's back again. I mean, have you got a death wish? I mean, what
Isn't
what
this
a
a
threat? That's a
pleasant
threat.
party the Republican Party has garnered itself into a corner of?
Yes.
You know, it
Yes,
is. It's full of vipers and snakes and backstabbing assholes, and they don't give a shit. Not about democracy,
history's
not
gonna-
about integrity, nothing. Nothing. They want power.
History's going to paint them pretty ugly. History's going to paint Trump pretty ugly.
Not if you write the history.
I hope history paints Trump's ass into jail.
They're
That's
trying to
what I
undo
hope.
history.
You know, it's
Well, they are they? Really?
They want to
I
rewrite
mean, that's
it.
ridiculous. Well, yeah, they want to protect. So, like, I mean, what Lincoln? He was a Democrat murdered by a Republican, and
No, actually-
they wrote.
He was a Republican, but Republicans used to be Democrats. It's a little confusing.
back in the
Thank you.
back in the day, yeah, it was like when the Klan first formed.
Who killed him? A Republican or a Democrat?
Yes, yes. There
Well,
was
they
a
killed him
Who
change.
killed
because-
Lincoln?
Yeah, they killed him because of what was going on with the abolition and stuff. Yeah.
What did I just do?
It's not. I don't think you've ever had a president that's made the world so nervous.
Trump filed a lawsuit
the whole
against
world
CNN.
is. What? Oh yeah, Trump and CNN. I mean, that's a waste of money. I mean, that's just a distraction. That's a look over here, this shiny thing over here.
You know why he sued him? For comparing him to Hitler.
Well, it's
He
not a bad
filed a
comparison,
lawsuit
to be
because
honest.
CNN keeps referring to Trump as Hitler. I'm reading this on MSNBC.
I've never heard CNN call him Hitler. I've never actually heard CNN call him Hitler.
I have seen, not call him Hitler, but I have seen them
suggest Nazi tactics.
well, just looking at the comparisons between the two. You know how they run their campaigns. When Hitler came into power in 1933, after his failed coup in 22, where he went to prison after that for attempted coup, and he came back in 1933 and he did the real deal, and he did that by riling up the German people, convincing them that the Jews were evil for one thing, and that it's a lot of the same things that Trump uses, lies
if you
and
don't fight,
deceit.
you won't have a country.
You're right. If you don't fight for it, you won't have a country. He formed the brown shirts that went around, and that's what he's trying to form now. Brown shirts.
Yes, my word.
He wants loyalty
Well,
to him, not to this country, and that's
And
exactly
he's
what
not-
Hitler
loyalty.
demanded. Loyalty
He's
to
not
him.
even the mastermind. He
No.
really isn't.
No.
He's got a group behind him, behind the curtain, with their hand up his back.
I cannot
He is the puppet.
read that.
And he is, he
I've had a
is
very
out there
frustrating-
grifting already. But did you see him being interviewed by Maggie Abraham? Abraham. Whatever it's called.
Maggie Haberman.
Haberman.
Yeah, Haberman. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been on several. I'm
he
waiting on her
talked him-
book to come out.
He talked himself into cutting his own throat. He admitted he said no, the documents are all gone, but and she asked a question about taking them, and he said no, he didn't. Initially, he said I didn't take them. Then he said he took them, and then he realised what he said before, and it was a hummer. Mate, this guy, every time he talks, he puts his foot in his mouth. Every
I
time.
am really looking
That's why
forward to
they
that
won't let him
book.
on the stand.
Yes, they have him on tape saying that, and what prosecutor doesn't want that kind of shit? You know,
Yeah.
and all.
I mean, there's so much evidence. There's so much evidence, guys. Why haven't they made a move? He's not running in the midterms. He's got
because
nothing to
he
do with the
knows how to
midterms.
play the law. He's done this his whole life. His whole life has been any lawsuit delay and just force the other side to spend so much money they'll give up. Well,
And
now
again,
he's up
he's
against
just
the
a
U.S. government, and
mouthpiece.
they got deep pockets, baby.
He's the mouthpiece. He's a distraction. He keeps
That's it.
everybody,
Whether
eye on
whether
Trump
it's good
while they
press
do
or bad
everything
press,
else.
it doesn't matter to him. He's in the news.
Nope, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
Any
doesn't-
press to him is good.
Yeah, any press to him is good.
Now,
go ahead.
oh, sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
was going to say when the abortion issue is failing them, right? They're realizing that that's
It's
failing.
kind of backfired on them, I think.
And the immigration thing is also going that way. They're screwing up
Yeah.
that horribly. So the next
is.
one, keep an eye on it. The next one is they're going to be talking about crime and funding police and whatnot.
They're
And
going to scream about
here's one of
immigration,
the here's one of the
inflation.
things they're going to bring up. Is it goes back to the COVID stimulus checks, right? Well, some of them were sent to people in prison, and they're going to start throwing that out. Biden allowed prisoners to get COVID relief funds. Blah blah blah.
They'll run
Yeah,
that
I
one.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they'll
what
run
they
that one
don't-
into the ground.
Well, what they don't say is, and yes, they did allow some inmates to get these things, and it was the 1,200 and the 600, and the regular ones that everybody got, but they didn't actually get the funds. They were garnished. They went to pay things. They went to pay fines and whatever they owed, or they went to their families.
Well,
The inmates didn't get the money,
then,
right? They got,
that doesn't
some of
matter.
them have families
That's a
sitting there.
small.
In
That's a
prisons in jail.
small fact.
But they're going to use that. They're
they'll
going to use it
sweep
as a
under the carpet.
big target item. Like, oh look,
What do we
look.
got left? 35 days. You know it's going to get deep.
Yeah.
You know it's
Yep.
going to get desperate. DJ, how are you, brother?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there every day. Frustrating day for me, man. I got to get new glasses. I can't see for shit.
Oh, no.
Well, that can be frustrating.
It
I went
is when
to
you're
the-
trying to make a weld and you can't hardly see. Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You could burn yourself very badly too when you can't
I'm
see.
worried about the burn. I'm just worried about I can't see shit.
Well, I went to Walgreens today and I got a COVID-19 booster, a flu shot,
Outstanding.
and a pneumonia shot. So I'm kind of mellow out here.
There you
know
go.
What I mean?
Good. You're covered all the way over there.
I am. I'm covered for everything. But I want to take a line from a movie to just sort of cover what's going on in the United States today. Will Patton, an actor in the movie Armageddon, said it's a
Hello,
goddamn
Joe.
Greek tragedy.
It is.
It's a goddamn Greek tragedy.
It's a tragic play being played out on stage for all of us to see.
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
It's almost overwhelming at times, and it does.
I
you know.
As far as that, the Supreme Court case that Trump just filed,
Mhm.
there was a legal analyst on CNN, or I don't know, it was an article I read. He basically stated that it doesn't matter if Trump was to win or not, the Justice Department will be able to go on and do what they're going to do, regardless of what decision the Supreme Court makes. I hope he's right.
I very seldom do this, but I'll do it again. I've done it before. I wrote something, posted it online.
Good.
Did you see that? Anybody see it?
I did. I saw
Yep.
it. It was
Yeah,
very
I did.
nice.
Did you think it was good?
Yep.
I don't
I
know.
was really good.
Yep.
I didn't.
Are you gonna
I
read
just
it
want
to
to
us?
ask one. I want to ask you one question before you get to that.
Right.
What was your thoughts on Japan being a target from North Korea with a intercontinental missile?
Yeah.
They fired a missile
Oh.
over fucking
It
Japan,
went
the
pretty
bastards.
high and it went pretty far. So yeah, North Korea
That's
is
scary,
trying to
too.
rattle a sword out there, trying to remind everybody here we're still here, and they did it in a
Yeah.
big way. And it plays in with the rest of the fucking world. Look what's going on in Russia, in Ukraine, in Iran, in places around the world right now. Things are not going that great, baby. This world is on the brink of a major shift. And it's either going to fall in our direction or we're not going to like where it's going to fucking go. That's my concern.
Well, it's a change in the, what they call it, a new world order maybe developing or trying to develop or something. It's a worry. If America, if the American dollar is not used as the guide, and with OPEC, it's going to be a shit fight. And I'd hate to see that China or someone like China become the new leading.
China
do
has
you call
always
them?
wanted to have the yen as the world international currency.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
tried
That's
several
what worries
times.
me. That's what worries me. If that happens, America is going to take years and years and years to get back, claw back what it had. And because of one man in 6 years has brought America to its knees, when many countries for decades
Have tried.
couldn't do it.
And
Well,
Trump did it.
but they said it's going to come from the inside. And it did.
That's it. If we
Yeah.
ever fail, it's going to be from within, not from.
Yeah.
We don't. We have the power to stand up to our adversaries. What we don't
You
have
do.
is the internal securities that we have that we're facing right now. With
Yeah.
what Trump is trying to do internal. They
But you
don't.
also
Can
got
you
to
please
remember
re-
that from day one, our Constitution was under fire. From day one.
From day one. All right, let me
They were
read this. Let me
attacking
stop.
it from day one.
Yeah, please
I
read
don't,
that,
I don't know
John.
where I was going with it because I have a grand thought in my head, but sometimes it gets lost. There's a story.
Where were you sitting when you wrote it? Wasn't on the toilet, was it?
No, I was sitting in the living room right
Okay.
next to Mama watching TV, where my mind starts to wander or wonder, and in this case, the power. We always say it. The most powerful thing we have is our voice and our vote. If we don't use them, then we stand to lose this shit, and we can't afford to do that.
No.
There's a story of how a major storm can be born on the wings of a butterfly, an analogy that teaches us that major events can be started by small movements. Indeed, history has shown us time and again how small events can produce massive results. The Boston Tea Party comes to mind, a perceived injustice concerning the taxation of tea, a single event that gave birth to a nation. Our country has gone through major advances in our society that were started by injustices large and small, persistent injustices that grew into a movement that changed our destiny. Emancipation, women's suffrage, civil rights, human rights, gay rights, all began with the demands of a few and grew to the demands of a nation. Significant change not born of those in power, but by the cries of the powerless. Never underestimate the power of your voice, the desire within your heart for something better. Like the flapping of a butterfly's wings, it can produce a mighty wind. Never forget that. Each of us, within our own sphere. Whatever you do doesn't have to impact the whole world, doesn't have to impact the whole nation. But try to have it
But it
impact the
could.
people around you. Let
John,
them know who you
I'm
are.
going to put you up for Poet Laureate of the United States.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. I
hope you're
write better
keeping
than I
a
talk.
notebook of these things because you could publish that.
Uh,
I think it's good,
they're
very well
just
good
they're
enough to publish.
musings of their questions. I question everything just like you all do. You know?
But you write down and your thoughts are very clear. That's great.
I just want.
Well, he's not drunk.
Yeah. I just want to remind people of the power that we have within ourselves. And this whole nation is on the line, baby. And it all depends on the vote. So we have to act as cheerleaders within our own area, within our own sphere, as much as we possibly can. I'm not asking you to go kick down the Trump flag at the neighbor's house, because that'll get you trouble. But don't be afraid.
I was reading about Wisconsin today, and I tell you, everywhere I read, the women are coming out like, we're going to get this, these guys.
The biggest increase in voter registration has been women 18 to 25.
Oh,
They're a
there's a
little
lot of
pissed off. They
women
don't
in
want to play this
Wisconsin.
game with the Supreme Court about whether
Well,
or not
I'd be-
they have control over their body.
I'd be really careful with that statistic, though, because you're assuming that they're going to vote Democrat.
Yes, I
There's
am.
a huge Christian
There is
group too that would.
yes, that would back that up. Yes, I think there is a percentage, but I don't think it's the majority. I don't think so.
The women in Wisconsin are the pro-abortion, pro-choice people, and they are coming after the I guess the Republican candidates in Wisconsin, and they want to nail their asses to the wall.
I hope they do.
They're mad.
Michigan is going to have it on the ballot in November.
And I'm voting in Michigan, so I'm going to vote for it.
There you go. As we saw in Kansas, and I do believe that if that issue is put in front of the voter, overwhelmingly the voters will choose to keep abortion the way it was, that a woman has a right. And it is the leadership of the Republican Party that toes the line because they control the religious right controls a whole lot of purse string, baby.
Yeah. Well, abortion wasn't even illegal till 1938 in the United States. And our forefathers, it wasn't illegal with them. And in the Bible, it's not illegal.
Yes.
They never talk about it in the Bible as being something terrible.
As a matter of fact, we're one of the most liberal places to get an abortion? Israel. And we all know how the Republicans just love Israel.
Absolutely.
Of course, they love Israel because it's got to die again. It's going to be the second coming. Boom.
I listened to a Jewish person talk about how a Christian came up to him, I guess in Jerusalem,
Thank you, Jeff.
and tried to convert him. And he said, this is why we won't convert to Christianity, because in the Jewish religion, if you execute somebody, you hang them on like a cross or something, but you have to have them down from sundown. And these are criminals. He said, do you think I want to worship a criminal who's been hung on a cross instead of worshiping my God? And he said, I'm not going to do that.
Wow.
That's basically what he said.
What do you want to know?
So I guess, sorry about that. Dead air.
No, that's
No, we usually don't get too far with religious stuff on here.
I try to.
I know, but
because I do. I'll be the first one to admit it. I offend a lot of people with my religious views because I don't have anything. I just believe that if you live a good life, if you have a good heart, you're going to get into the heaven that you think is there. That's all it takes.
I wasn't trying to offend anybody. I was just trying to say what his explanation was and why he wouldn't become a Christian. Yeah. Not me. I don't necessarily feel that way.
Well, each of us it has our own relationship with religion. Period.
Can I change the conversation? Remember I said last week, that air charter company that DeSantis uses, he's probably got a family connection there. Well, MSNBC reporting, air charter company used to transport migrants has ties to DeSantis.
Oh, pray.
Wouldn't you know?
Who would have ever guessed that? Everybody. It's a scam.
I mean,
it's a scam. I'm sure that there's some backdoor deal made. Everything the Republicans do has some kind of backdoor deal.
Yeah, they get
or some bullshit. That's how they get shit done. They pay
That's what they call it, the good old boys.
That's what's that, Mitch?
What's called the good old boy system.
Yeah, they'll protect each other.
Well, at the moment, it seems like to me, and maybe the world, it's like minority rules or mob rules. It's like, that's weird, like mob rules. If you threaten enough people and you got a bit of an army behind you, you can...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're hoping for. But I don't know how it plays out in Donnie's mind. He is trying to raise an army. Marjorie Taylor Greene's trying to do the same thing, trying to convince people that we have to rise up and take this because the Democrats are lying, cheating, thieves, and when it comes to the election, and we have to save our country. Whatever bullshit they want to sell.
John?
But, yes.
The MAGAs, everybody asks, why do they worship Trump so much? I mean, why do they hang in there and they just love the guy?
Because they are
him. Have you listened to the interviews with the MAGA people after a rally?
I have. Well, that is true. The intelligence level of some of them is pretty low, but I ran across this and I think it's pretty true. Celebrity worship syndrome is an obsessive, addictive disorder in which a person becomes overly involved with the details of a celebrity's personal and professional life. MAGAs have celebrity worship syndrome for Trump.
Yes.
Maybe.
They have, they thought he was a celebrity before, The Apprentice, and all that kind of shit. They think he's known for great wines and wonderful steaks, and it was all a con. But his appeal to the Republicans started when he came on the scene with the birther. When he was embarrassed at that correspondence dinner by Barack Obama, I think it was set in stone that he wanted revenge, and he was going to get it one way or the other. And that's when he came out and he started getting into politics, and he started talking about the birther and demanding the birth certificate, and all sorts of bullshit started. And it gave rise to the whole hatred, racism, bigotry, misogyny, all of it, wrapped up. The ones that Hillary described as deplorable. They and being called deplorable, well, of course they have to rise up because you can't call me deplorable. All that kind of shit. Well, he has been feeding on that ever since what got him elected, but he started to lose because of the ignorance of the way he governed, and we could all see it. It was just a rip-off for the rich again. Again, the biggest accomplishment he had was the huge tax cut, which 90% went to the top 1%. It was a scam, and people saw through it and started seeing him for what he was. And then after the election, shit, it's gone downhill for him. Huh?
Did you hear about the new prime minister in England? She's backing off the tax cuts now.
Yeah, she's backing away from it because trickle-down economics doesn't fucking work. If you try to give a big benefit to the wealthy, you're not selling that shit anymore like, oh, well, we're trying to help you at the bottom. You're going to get a pay raise out of this probably. Get better working conditions. A new enterprise will have. No, bullshit. It's rich people just get more money, and they stuck it in their freaking bank and buy another big-ass yacht or some shit. It never trickles down.
I see the latest bullshit is Trump and the MAGA Republicans say they declare if they win any power, they're going to defund the Biden administration and shut down the government. Right when you're having a hurricane and all these.
If the Republicans get the Congress, the House of Representatives, you can bet your ass they're going to try to throw a wrench into everything. They will have a committee investigating Joe Biden. They will set forth on the articles of impeachment against him. There will be a shit show circus of crap that the Republican Party is going to try to pull if they take the House.
Yep, be 2 years of it.
Go ahead.
It'll be 2 years of it.
Mr. Pick, go ahead.
And 2 years, mind you, with a Republican House that if the Republicans take the House, any Republican that lost his race this 2022 election is going to be screaming that he was cheated, that there's election fraud and all this crap, and all of that is going to end up in the House in investigations and committees, and here we go with a shit show, baby.
It's going to be a wasted 2 years.
It's going to be a hell of a 2 years.
Well, you did see the other day when they I think it's called a committee. I might have the wrong term, but there was like 15 of them, and they voted. It was bipartisan, and they voted to make sure that the vice president, didn't have more power than just counting the
the
thing at the end of the election, and overseeing that. And there was one person who voted no. Do you know who that was? Ted Cruz.
That's who I was going to say. You read my mind.
It's the only one out of. And there was 9 Republicans and however many Democrats and 1 independent or something like that. But Ted Cruz is the only one that voted no.
He is Mr. No.
Yeah, God.
Trump's just launched another lawsuit. Another lawsuit. He now wants to sue the January 6th committee.
Oh, wonderful. Let's see how that goes.
Who has Trump?
Yeah, he wants to because it says here on this is the Midas Touch. I think the Midas Touch is pretty honest. Breaking news: desperate Trump threatens to sue January 6th committee for calling out his big lie. Well,
I'll sue. Yes,
totally
just another.
it. Yes.
It's ridiculous. I don't know. I got
he will not sue
distracted by
anyone.
The
Because if he
sacrifices
sues
Trump made
someone,
to make America the greatest country in the entire nation.
Well, he should be tossed out of the courts, never allowed to go in again for all the frivolous
Ignorance at
lawsuits
the
he filed.
greatest height.
Yeah, and hasn't paid for.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, he would have to, if he sued anyone, he'd have to go on the stand and answer questions.
Yeah,
And a
he's not
good
gonna do
lawyer
that. No,
will
no,
open
no.
up the questioning, and he'd have to produce his
What's
own
one
evidence.
thing you're
He'd have
never
to
gonna
answer
see?
questions.
I think he
No.
has a death wish. Oops, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You didn't say that. I didn't hear that.
No, I didn't hear it either.
Well, I'm amazed no one's even threatened him. I mean, I'm just amazed that no one said to him, "Get the fuck out of
the
it,
fuck
Trump,"
out.
you know, to
There's
his
a lot of
face.
people who want, but the thing about people on our side is we don't act out.
We're
We
not
don't go out and
usually
act like those
violent
idiots.
like that. Yeah.
There's
No.
a lot of people that would love to, do the nasty thing, but they just won't do it because they have good character.
Because we have morals
everybody
and
has-
integrity and,
Everybody
and
has
stuff.
bad thoughts and wants to do bad things.
Every
we don't
day of the
act on
week.
We don't act on it.
There's a reason to think all sorts of shit. You just don't do it.
That's
What
right.
What
You
that
don't
comedian
act on it.
once said, he said, "There's a reason to push an old lady down the stairs. You just don't do it. There's a reason. She's slow. She's in your way. Let's go. Boom. Out of the way. You're on your... But you just don't do that. Why? Because it's immoral and you'd be a jackass and arrested and all that other shit. It's... Yeah. I always remember
Yeah,
that
who wants to
whole thing.
spend the rest of your life, however long it is, in jail?
Well, did you see John Eastman, the emails that got, for some reason, Easton released too much information to the January 6th committee because something happened and he thought, I better give you these emails of mine. But in the emails, there was conversations of John Eastman bagging Trump to other lawyers in the team and them coming back bagging Trump again. I mean, they all hated him.
Yeah.
And were all stretching heads. And he's in one of the statements, he says, "No, I'm just over here with Trump. I'm saying in Trump Plaza, we're over here committing emoluments clauses, emoluments crimes." And he was, these emails are going to sink. I mean, you're going to sink him. There's so much shit they got to sink him. But yeah, this is more stuff. He
More
was
stuff. Add
saying,
on
he
to
said,
the
Those
stuff.
are
he
not
said-
the ones that show that he actually packed the boxes, are they?
No. He was on doing something with Trump and with a legal thing, and he said, "We're over here breaking more laws, the emoluments clause being one." Now, whatever he was doing to break the emoluments clause, but even his own lawyer knew he was breaking the law and felt uncomfortable about doing it. But that's Trump's direction. It's like this latest woman lawyer that's lawyered up. Trump told her to go to the archives and say, "You've got it all."
Yeah.
And she
Yes,
says,
he
"No."
did.
No, I can't do that. Why? Because she'll lose her law license. That's why.
Yeah, she can't lie.
Yeah.
She may lose
And
it
you
anyway.
and you're
It's
going
one
to go
thing
to
if she
jail.
doesn't know, but if she knows, she can't lie.
And he's in the same
Well, they-
boat with the lawyers he has now.
Yes.
Nothing's changed.
How many lawyers have lost their licenses or lost their right to practice
Well,
since?
where's
And I'm
Rudy?
glad they did. They lied.
I don't even think Rudy will have anything to do with them now.
Well, he's lost his license
Yeah,
in
Rudy's-
certain states.
Rudy's got his own
They're all-
problems.
They were all nefarious.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, he's down to that level now in terms of
It all
legal
reverts back
assistance.
to that same shit. Everything Trump touches turns to shit.
It's shit.
Yeah.
Everything through his life. You look at everything he's done with his little enterprises. They've all turned to shit.
Yeah.
He's not selling Trump wine. Is he still selling Trump wine? The only wine
Well, I
I
think
hear
one
out of
of the
him is
ones
crying
is,
like
isn't it?
crying like a baby about everything.
What I
he's
want to
wanting
know
that,
is what
yeah.
his real value is and see how rich he's not.
Yeah, I don't think
Good luck
he's as
with
rich
that.
as he
Forbes-
said. Forbes
Forbes say
already
he's
bumped his
worth-
ass down.
What I want to know is if he's that rich. He said, well, why don't we stop sending aid to Ukraine and send it to Florida? Well, if he's that damn rich, why doesn't he donate to
Yeah.
Florida?
Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Because
Well,
he
he's got
doesn't
that
give a
mega
shit
fund
about
where they-
Florida
was
except
it-
for his part, the part of that he lives on, Mar-a-Lago. If Miami would have been hit, can you imagine all the shit he'd be screaming? Let me thank
Yeah.
Michael
Yep.
Johnson, who came back in again with another $2, said on this show we call his name Drumpf. Fuck Trump.
He's got 300 million in his
Thank
war
you,
chest.
Michael.
He could send some of that money down there.
Yeah.
He used
Yeah, no,
3
no,
million
no,
of it
no.
for a lawyer.
If he has anything left, I guarantee it's hidden somewhere. Dig up, I
Well,
promise.
Forbes put him at being worth 1.1 billion. I can't
don't
see
think
that.
So. I don't think so.
No.
It's all monopoly money.
It's all it's
Yeah,
all
you're
smoke
right.
and mirrors. It's all just shifting of
Paper.
documents. That's what we're seeing
It's on paper.
and with Letitia James's investigation. You know how he manipulates his assets. You know, he says,
What about his debts? I mean, his debts may be enormous
He
too.
had plenty.
yeah, I think they're going to get bigger
He's getting his
because he's
he's getting his
overvalued
clan
his
to pay
properties.
for that.
Yeah.
So when they reevaluate those properties and lower the value as compared to the loan itself, well, you know, some banks, if they were reputable, might call in the loan. You know,
And the IRS might call in the money too.
I'm looking
For
to
taxes he's
see
not
if
paying.
when the IRS will make a move because again the references from Letitia James sent down there demonstrate his willingness to manipulate his property values to benefit his tax. You know, what's that little
And
meme
again,
you
it's
see?
it's like a big chess game, and he keeps the pieces moving around so that nobody can see where anybody is.
That little meme on Facebook I saw where two pictures, one of them was a little tin shack and it said Trump properties when applying for taxes, and then the Taj Mahal when it's an appraisal for a loan. Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Do you see Elon Musk has said I'll buy Twitter now?
Yes, Elon Musk is going to buy
he does.
Twitter, and not only that, he is going to negotiate a peace between Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah. He's
No,
full
for
of it.
Have you heard that?
Elon,
shit?
stay
do
out
not
of it.
like the
He
guy.
wants to negotiate with Russia. He wants to be the mediator between Russia and Ukraine on the territories that Russia claims now, and he can
Well, is
work
he
out a
from
deal
that
with
area?
them to where the border should be. Hey,
No, he's
Elon,
from
hey, shove it up your ass.
Where's he
We know
from?
where the border is.
South Africa.
Well, the border is
South
always
Africa,
where it's
okay.
been, so there's nothing there to negotiate with Russia over. So I don't know where his head
That's
is.
right.
Up his ass. I wish he'd stick to.
Well, he
shooting
wants to be
rockets out of
another.
the sky.
What's that basketballer that went to North Korea? That Dennis Rodman.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, Rodman, the wild guy.
I mean,
Rodman is, forget it. He used to play for the Detroit Pistons, and he was nuts.
He's pretty
it's
wild.
ridiculous. Stay out of it.
He's big over in
It-
North Korea. Kim Jong-un loves him. Go
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah.
Go figure.
He's his
Yeah.
favourite
They're
son.
butt buddies.
Well, I know, but do you, I still don't think there's a PP tape. Do you think there's a PP tape, or is it all
Jesus,
crap?
if there
or
was after all this
Of
time,
Trump
you'd think
in
somebody
Russia?
would have
Probably
produced the
so.
damn thing. It's a. I don't
You would
know
think
if it-
so, wouldn't
The only one that I think could have it be Putin, and he might still
Yeah.
have it,
Yeah.
holding it over Donnie's head. We've seen how Donnie cowers to Putin. Donnie coming out and talking about Ukraine. This war in Ukraine wouldn't have happened if he would have been president. No, it wouldn't have, because Donnie Boy would not have supported Ukraine in the effort, and Donnie Boy would have just let Russia take the whole damn thing.
My word.
John,
Period.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way it would have played out.
That's used to assess human behavior, and I'm not just talking about psychological. I'm talking about when you're interacting with other humans. One of the things they say is that the person who pats the other person on the back is the dominant one. Now, who's the dominant one between Trump and Putin? Who
That's
patted
not
who
a-
on the back?
Yeah, Donnie. I seen Donnie get on his knees and suck it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
That's
probably
what
did.
I saw in Helsinki.
Well, that was that time when, they were there for what, an
Donnie
hour or
trashed
two,
our own
and they
intelligence
wouldn't let him off,
agencies.
son.
Huh?
That
Hang on,
hour or
DJ.
two they were in there by themselves. Who knows what went on?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you don't know because you didn't
You
have a
never will
translator
know.
in there. You
That's
had
right.
nothing.
You have nothing. We didn't have anybody. It was just Donnie, Putin, and the Putin's
Aim.
KGB agent, whatever you want to call him, was in there. And that's
Well,
when after that meeting is when Donnie came out and stood on that stage and badmouthed our intelligence agency and made an ass out of himself.
You know what I think has been wrong with Donnie for his entire life?
Huh.
His penis is crooked. He's got that syndrome where they show the
Who?
carrot and it's curved.
Who,
I
Donnie's?
think he's embarrassed by
Oh,
that.
no, it's not a carrot. Don't give him, no.
Well, it's
We
orange.
all
and
saw
everything else
Stormy
he has
Daniels.
orange.
It's a freaking mushroom, and we all know how big it is.
I don't,
I
know
don't
how
I
you
don't
walk
think it
around
can
with
don't
bend
wanna
in
talk
any
about it.
direction. There's not enough.
I do not want to talk about
Yeah.
his penis, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was
You know,
just
he-
thinking that's the root of
he-
all of his problems.
The root
Well,
of his
That's
it's
why
where
he
he
problem.
thinks he has
talks
to
from.
grab everybody and be as, sexually obnoxious as he is.
Donnie.
Did you hear that he wanted to buy? He sent one of his aides out when he was in hospital with COVID to buy a Superman's outfit so he could wear it under
Yes.
his.
I heard
suit?
about that. Yeah.
I didn't know if that was true, but I did hear it.
It is true. Yeah, it's on the Ring of Fire, and I've seen it on CNN. So two stations or two reputable people have reported it. He wanted to
Right.
be able to pull his shirt back to the crowd and have the Superman underneath it.
Well, he better
Why-
be
He wanted to
careful.
rip open his shirt and have the
So
red
the
S,
Yeah.
just
Well,
like
you
Clark
got to be
Kent.
careful. George Reeves was Superman at one of the where they had like a fair or something, and he came out in his Superman costume. And this is a true story. A kid walked up with a gun and was ready to shoot him until they talked the kid down. George
Boy.
Reeves was the actor who played Superman.
Ah, well, boy, howdy shit.
It's true social
Is it?
collapse yet? That must be close to collapsing.
You would think so, but I guess no. As long as the maggots hold on to him, he's going to stay there. But it's losing money.
Well, yeah, the last I heard that the investors were pulling out, all pulling out.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
It's
a
going to go
problem.
under eventually. It's not going to go
It
anywhere.
has to.
Except the bankruptcy, maybe.
I don't
Well,
think they care one
apparently-
way or another. It served its purpose.
Well,
He made
Trump
it-
probably sucked enough money out that he doesn't care
Well,
either.
if Elon Musk gets Twitter
All
back,
right.
he'll put
Yeah.
Trump back on there.
Oh, Elon Musk. He's just.
He will put Trump back on Twitter. You watch.
Yeah,
And that's
Yes.
the worry.
that's the
How
worry.
many times
that
has
will
he
open it
been
back
going
up,
to
put
buy
him
Twitter
back on
and not
Twitter
buy Twitter?
under the guise
you
of
know?
free speech. That's what Elon wants to do, because it'll make him a boatload
Free
of fucking
speech
money.
comes.
Elon
Free
is a
speech
shit
comes
stirrer.
with responsibility. You know that, don't you? It comes
should.
with responsibility.
It should, but
He's another ego that needs to be stroked.
and that is how
steps
he
up
wants to
and says,
push
"Here,
this
pet
country.
me, I'm
It's the
good."
same way as Trump.
You're
He
absolutely
wants
right.
his right
He
to
is
say
a,
whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
The old
He is,
fire in a theater? Who cares? Go ahead.
he has a lot of hubris.
He's got a lot of.
Front.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of front.
Well, he thinks he's hot
Um,
shit because he built an electric car, sent a rocket to space. So now he thinks he's hot roasted on the real raw.
Well,
Well, he's
truth
a
be
jerk.
known, all the money.
I don't think he
All the money he's
counted
got.
on Twitter saying, "Oh no, you made a deal, buy us."
Yep.
He didn't expect that.
Yeah,
So
well,
now-
see, if he buys Twitter, we know that he will use that, as you say, the free speech thing. Let Donnie on, let them all back on, the Roger Stones and all them, and it will make things worse. And I think that may cost him a bit of respect amongst his followers. Because he has, Musk has a large following of people that adore him. But in saying that, so does Trump.
Syndrome. Celebrity worship syndrome.
yeah,
Well, that's right. That's why you vote celebrities in as president, and it fails most of the time. It fails. Have you ever had a successful celebrity president
not a celebrity
or
president.
governor?
No,
Reagan.
everybody thinks Reagan was, but I don't think so.
California out there, if you count what's his name,
Well, Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger, who would,
Well-
could be argued on the Republican side to have been a good governor for the
Yeah, but he's
Republicans.
half-assed good. He did some
Yeah,
good
well,
things and some bad things.
It's the motivation, and we know what Trump's motivation is. It's not to provide good things for this country. It's to benefit
He wants
himself.
to be famous and he wants to make money.
Everything. He wants to be king, baby. He wants to be
Yep.
worshipped. And if he
I
can't
think
get
you
you to
should
worship
set
you,
an
he will
age limit.
put you in a damn gulag. As far as he's concerned, he doesn't give a
Well,
shit.
he
I'd like
wants
to
to-
see him go in one in Siberia.
I'd love to see us start one up just for his ass. It's where
He wants
that's
to
where
be
he
in
should
that
be.
1% fraternity, but I don't really think he fits in. And it's not just about the money. They're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all about the money. It's always
I
about the
wouldn't let
money.
him fit in with my club. I can tell you that much.
No, I think even if he had the money, they wouldn't let him in.
No.
Why do people go out of bed in the morning? The money. Why do people go to bed at night? To sleep, to restore their energy, to go out and earn more money. It's all about the money.
It is. And the Republican Party has figured out that if they keep the majority of us poor, hungry, and needing a job, we will not pay attention to the man behind the curtain
Mike.
stealing
Tell me about
everything.
Applied for 2 jobs last week, didn't get either one of them. So there you go. That's what's going on.
Well,
You know, it's more dangerous to commit shoplifting in America at the moment than it is to commit a political crime.
you know,
Yeah, that's true.
You can lie on
for,
TV.
for
and
as
get away
long
with
as
it.
I can remember, and I don't remember my dad, like I said, well, anyway, told me many years ago, a man with a briefcase can steal far more than a man with a gun.
Correct.
Right.
The real crimes don't involve a gun.
Hey, Johnny.
They're going to be the ones to pay the heaviest price for their crime, but they're not the biggest.
Well, they're going to go to a federal prison where it's more of a, a recreational vacation than it is a prison. Those white-collar crimes.
If you have the money for a lawyer, yeah. Most of
Well,
us
and
don't
it
have
could
money
take
for a
10
lawyer.
Look at
years to
Madoff.
even get
He
through
lived
the
his
lawyering.
life out watching movies every afternoon in a federal prison. He had popcorn and watched movies.
Hey, all.
Hello, Johnny
Hey,
Fly. How are
Johnny.
you?
I'm doing good. Listen, I wanted to let you know that Donnie got a response from, I guess it's Clarence Thomas that's handling the Supreme Court issue about him. And Clarence Thomas gave the Department of Justice 1 week to respond, I guess, to Trump's lawsuit. So they have till next Tuesday.
See, that's
So this is
bullshit.
just breaking?
Why would Clarence Thomas even accept
Well, yeah,
the
it happened
fucking
about
case?
an hour ago.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Why would
to,
he even accept this case?
Because
Well, you know what's going on there. Like one friend of mine said when I used to work at the breachery, they're like two ass cheeks stuck together, and that's what it is. They stick together.
he's trying to look impartial when we know he's not.
That's
Where did you
right,
see
he's
that,
not.
John? Where did you
It
see
was
that
on
reported, mate?
CNN.
CNN? Okay, because I'm looking at Reuters now, and there's nothing there on Reuters, but I'll look at CNN. But that's amazing that he would just,
Yeah.
and and let's put it this way, he's basically taken the side of the
Here it's on now. It was just on now. Breaking
special
news.
master.
Yeah.
It's breaking news. Go
But
ahead,
this-
Johnny Fly. Tell me what breaking news says.
Well, they just took it off, but they're interviewing the former Attorney General. I forget his name. Black gentleman with the. Oh, here it is. Breaking news. Something. DOJ given deadline to respond after Trump requested Supreme Court something.
DOJ's been given a deadline.
Special master. Yes.
Oh, they have so many
Of
days to
100%,
respond. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, he has 1 week is what I had. When they first came on, they said he has 1 week to do it.
It doesn't
it's
clear
on
much up
CNN
for us.
now.
The DOJ.
I want to know. I want to know whether that's a favourable decision that Merrick Garland's going to be
Well,
happy with, or it's a negative.
Here's what it says: DOJ given
A deadline to respond after Trump requests Supreme Court restore special master's review of 100 documents marked as classified.
Supreme Court. Yes, the Supreme Court. He was case challenging key section of 1965 Voting Rights Act.
Now, that's bullshit because DOJ already responded to Judge, what's her name down in Florida, Cannon.
Cannon.
Loose Cannon?
Yes, loose cannon when the 11th Circuit ruled on that shit. The DOJ already gave that. So why
They
why
did.
are they asking the DOJ to come up? They already have that information. Again, I think
No,
it's just
it's Donnie's stall tactics.
Yes.
If he didn't get what he wanted out of that court, he's going to go to the next court. I'll ask another
My
guy. I'll ask
question,
another
my
court.
But how
question
can he
is,
go
why
to
isn't
that court?
Donnie in prison? My question is, why isn't Donnie in prison yet?
well,
we all
that's
ask
that's
that
the
question.
eternal question that we're all asking. We're gonna, because now I have the up here on the screen. If you can see it right
Oh,
up
you're
here.
reading it now, John.
All this
Yeah,
is
I have,
proving.
I have, I have who is it, CNN up there right now.
All this is proving the two tiers of law in your country. It proves if you've got enough money or you know enough the right people, you can get out of anything or drag it
Yeah.
out or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But if it was me or any of us guys in this room now, we would have been under the fucking jail months ago.
I gotta
Oh
stop
my
that.
God, a long time ago.
See, I can't have that TV that on that computer screen over here because immediately I started noticing the color of the dot on the OBS system going from green to an amber and then a red.
Yeah.
So it takes up bandwidth when I do that.
Like that.
But I'll tell you what, hold on to your britches because the next few weeks are going to tell us a whole lot because the Supreme Court is taking up a lot of issues. Redistricting being one, affirmative action, gay rights. There are going to be things that the court are taking up in this session that are going to be major cases. And
Yep.
there's a lot of
Some
concern.
they
Well, the
shouldn't
people
take up.
better,
Some
the
of them
people
they
better
should.
get out en masse. Well,
This
the
one
people better
especially.
get protesting en masse, John. They had to protest en masse
I-
because this is bullshit.
I just
And they
wonder
better
if
get
they're
out
going
and
to come
vote
out with
November
any
8th.
rulings before the November election. Because they've
By the
already
way,
they've
that
already
reminds me.
pushed the vote farther to the left
Well,
with the road.
That reminds me, John. I just I was just approved to do
I
a
just
mail
opened the mic,
ballot.
so
You just did your
I
mail-in
just
ballot, Johnny?
Well, I just was approved for it. I'm waiting
Oh,
for it to
okay.
come in the mail, so I'm going to go down. But the reason was because I have a medical procedure on the 8th of November, and I'm going to be put out. So I figure I better get my ballot in now and
Get it
vote.
in
I'm
now.
going to run it right up to the office.
There you go. There
yeah,
you go.
drop it off.
Yep.
Your health okay?
I have. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's my regular colonoscopy check, and hopefully it'll be
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh, aren't those fun?
Entertainment.
Oh,
I
it
love
is.
my colonoscopies.
I'm put out. Well, they had to do it because of cancer I had there.
When they first
But they
started
got it
doing
all
those,
out.
you were partially awake and you could watch them do it. Now they put you out.
Yeah, I could care less if I see it or not. I'd rather not. I'd rather
So you
be
had
out.
colon cancer? And we'll talk about the blue room.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
I'm
I know
feeling
why.
better.
Yeah.
I am feeling physically much better.
Awesome.
Irritated like shit over. I got my welding machine, welded the part that needed to be welded, got it all fixed, put the lawnmower back together, got it welded about 50 feet before the belt broke. So
The same
Was
belt
that
or
riding
another
on the
belt?
line?
same belt, but it was in bad shape. It
Same
got
belt.
ate up before when it broke down before, but it was still in one piece.
With a new belt on. Are they easy to get now?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
No,
the
it's
new belt?
like $60-something. Yeah, it's just another like slap in that. Anyway, that's the frustration I had. But I am
Yeah, how
feeling
it works?
physically better, and so much so that
Awesome.
when I went to the pharmacy yesterday, Mariel, and she works at CVS and known her for years anyway. I go in there and I was picking up Mama's prescription, and I said, Mariel, you got a minute? Yeah. Okay. She comes up and talks to me. I said, hey, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling real good, as a matter of fact. Better than I have in a while. And she said, well, that's great. And then she looked at me. She said, but there's some reason why. I said, yeah. I quit taking those 2 pills, the last 2 prescriptions y'all gave me that the doctor prescribed for me, the one that makes the blood thinner and all that statins.
Aspirin and that sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
I quit taking them. I quit taking them. And my stomach was getting ripped up. I don't like the way I felt. It's just a lot of internal things going on. And so I started half of them a while back ago. And then probably a week ago, I just quit taking the damn things. I still take my blood pressure medicine, the ones I all took before all this shit started. Still taking those. I quit everything they gave me after the supposed mild stroke bullshit. I just don't believe it. I think they're just looking to push pills.
Well, did you let your doctor know, John?
I let my pharmacist know. Next time I see my doctor, I'll let him know. But I feel better.
Good.
I feel better and a little bit
tell
more
them that.
energetic.
Tell them you
so.
feel better, and maybe they can do something with the prescription or something, you know?
Yeah.
Well, there was a heart specialist who said that I watched a video. He said that you should never take statins.
Yeah, well, they're just.
Oh, I'm taking now. I'm taking a.
They were.
Well, I
Just a
see
statin.
Jesse Dollamore's just been diagnosed with bowel cancer.
Who?
You see that?
Yeah. He had the same thing I did, but his is in the ascending colon. So
Yeah.
he
Who did we
may have
lose
to
today?
be-
Loretta Lynn, I think, died.
Loretta
91.
Lynn,
Yeah.
Yeah, 90
90,
she was.
not a bad innings.
Not
Pretty
a
good run.
bad run,
Well,
baby. Not
I'll
a
take
bad run
90
at
or
all.
91.
Yeah.
But I'm going to 110.
But it's sad to lose.
Have we got two for Blue, John?
I did a little while ago while we were
He just
talking.
did one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just did
he
one.
did.
But
Oh,
again,
sorry.
I am behind.
Josh Shapiro, I believe.
I am behind. I have not changed my two for blue, and I'm. Travis, you'll do it, but I've been
Well, we
I've
need
been
our Josh
sidetracked by
Shapiro.
shit trying to get it, and it just irritated me with the lawnmower today because I spent all day trying to get the damn thing put back together. Finally got it
Well,
back
John-
together, started it up,
John-
started what?
We just need to make sure Josh Shapiro gets in, because the more shit that I hear from Mastriano's mouth, that man, I'm telling you, I hope the Pennsylvanians, my fellow Pennsylvanians, will wake up and not vote Mastriano, because he will be a disaster. He is absolute evil.
I think he's trailing.
I think he is trailing.
I hope so.
I think we're looking pretty good in Pennsylvania from what I can see.
It looks pretty good to
both
me,
Josh
yeah.
Shapiro and John Fetterman. And
Yeah,
John Fetterman
Colbert
really
or whatever
just,
her
I
name
think
is.
he's really taking the bull
Oh,
by the
he's
horns.
tearing up Oz.
Yeah, he's
Where's
Yeah, he's
Colbert?
tearing up
From
Oz.
Oz is
Colorado?
looking like an idiot, of course.
Well,
He is an idiot.
they're trying
And
to
right
say-
now they're
trying to
keying
say-
in on Oz's
Hang on,
constant
John.
constant advertising for pills that make your fat disappear.
Yep.
You know, all the bullshit he sold on his show.
Kill all the
Boy, it
dogs.
makes-
All the what do they call that? I can't,
Vitamins.
yeah. Well, you know, just
All
magic
the,
potions.
The,
that
diet,
you
the
know, he
diets,
sold bullshit.
the liver cleansing.
You didn't have to exercise or something. If you got too much of a belly, well, hell, just take these pills and it'll just disappear. No, it won't. You were just
Dr.
trying to
Good's
make money.
Magic Elixir.
There you go.
How different is he than Alex Jones?
Nothing.
Alex Jones is the same thing. He sells his shit. They're all in it for the
You better
grift.
sell a lot of it, because he's going to pay a big settlement.
Alex Jones.
Well, he must be making a fortune
He's
out of
using
it,
the
guys,
same-
because he's already shelled out 50 million and he's still got money. So he must be
Well-
doing well out of it.
He is. He's still making money.
yeah.
His
People will
InfoWars
take
is still cooking.
over-the-counter drugs, and they don't really assess what they do for you. And these quacks sell the drugs, and they don't do anything, but people will still buy them.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
wishful. They wish for better
Sure.
health.
Sure. Because they have an illusion
They
that
wish for a
magic
bigger
pill's
erection.
going to come along
Okay.
and everything's
It's
going to be
things
cured.
like that.
It's sad.
Hang
Yeah.
on, DJ. What were you saying there, John, about Fetterman? Did you just say something about Fetterman?
No, well, yeah.
Was that John
basically,
O'Fly or John?
Johnny
It was
Black.
John I fought,
No?
me.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say that they're trying to make Fetterman look really like shit now. You know, the way he dresses, he didn't pay his taxes. He mooched off his parents and everything else. And now, you know, do you think he's really going to care? That's assholes. What the
Yeah,
hell?
hello, Roger
The closer
Stone.
it gets, the more of that you're going to see, John.
Yeah. And you know it's bullshit, but they're going to think of, they pull it out of their ass. They're going to see what else they can think
Ah,
of.
It's a
to make him
Republican
look pretty
thing.
bad.
Pull it out of your ass.
Yeah.
Just pull it out of your
That's
ass and worry about whether it's true or not later.
Liars and crooks.
That's
Liars
it.
and
They follow their leader, Trump.
I almost vomited when I watched for the second time, not the same rally. I seen this the other one a couple of weeks ago. At the end of his rally, he's talking like God, and he's got the violins going on in the background and the music that's all
Oh, yeah.
lovey-dovey, and you know the Democrats are trying to kill you all. well, I've done this for you, and I will do this, and you
That's what
know,
I was
oh
talking
my
about the other
lord.
day at the end of his rally. He's got some sad-ass music playing on there and then starts talking about how desperate America is and he's got to save it. He's the only one that can.
Lassie, come home, Lassie. Lassie, come home.
Well,
The
that
shit that
reminds
we're
me,
in right now, including the inflation that we're having, can be laid at the feet of Donald Trump. Every time a Republican comes in, they kick over the garbage cans, they steal the shit out of all the money and then leave talking about how bad things are. And it's no different now. It's who the Republicans have always been.
That reminds me, John. That reminds me. The Democrats are getting together. I got to get the date solid because I want to go up to it. It's up in the Southern Schuylkill Democratic Party up here. And word has it they've invited John Fetterman to appear. Boy, I'd love to meet him in person.
Well,
that man is like the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, he's big. He's huge.
At 5
He's an
feet,
intimidating person,
Yeah. So I hope he gets in.
Well, you know, you need more people like Fetterman and
there's your future. Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke is, you know, somebody mentioned the other day, I'm sorry, I can't remember who, comparative to Robert Kennedy. I do too. He has that passion within him. Did y'all know he was up in Austin with Willie Nelson the other night?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. Willie sang that song, Vote 'em Out. If you don't like who they are, vote them out. Vote for Beto. That's what he was singing up there.
That's it.
Oh, Willie's all on board with Beto. He's been a backer of Beto for a while. This isn't just something that just started.
Which is amazing because not many of these big artist singers back any of these politicians publicly because they're scared they're going to lose sales because a lot of their people are Trump people and a lot of their people are Democrats.
I hope one of the things I hope I've accomplished is the fact that everybody who is, let's just say, country, lives out in the country, wears a cowboy hat, listens to country music all the time. Not all of them are redneck assholes. We're not all Republicans.
No.
You know, there are so many liberal Democrats who love country music who've worn a hat just like me all of my life. This is not anything new. You can look at the pictures back all the way. It's a cowboy hat. But I've always...
I can't stand country music, but if you give me Hank Williams and Ernest Tubb, I'll listen to it.
Well, there you go. Well, then you got roots in there, baby. You got roots in there.
Well,
yes.
John, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last I heard that Abbott was ahead of Beto O'Rourke by 8 points. Is that
not
true
8.
Or false?
No, that's false. He's got a lead of about 2 points, they say. Is what the rate is. But I think there's a hidden vote. But again,
Frisch out in Colorado, Boebert is 2 points ahead of Frisch. So Frisch has almost caught her. If we could get rid of her, that'd be great.
I'm interested in Texas. What's Texas doing? Because if we turn Texas blue, that's a death knell for the Republicans, guys.
That's a clear signal to the Republicans that they're fucked up.
You may turn some, but you're not going to turn all Texas blue. It just is too red.
Well,
it's difficult to
turn around.
It's difficult to do here because the gerrymander, which is coming up in front of the Supreme Court, by the way. That's one of the things that's going to come in front.
What's going to happen there?
Well, that case is involving, I think it's Alabama, I think it's Alabama, and it's a case where the black population in Alabama is 27%. But they narrowed the districts that are majority black to just 2 districts within the whole state. Everything else has been diluted, so the white vote takes the power out of it. Yes.
Well, you know what, John? What's going to happen is after election day, you watch if they don't try to pull that same shit. Oh, the election was stolen. We need to.
That's a gimme. That's a gimme. They're going to do that. That is the game plan for so many of the Republicans running right now. I don't have to worry. I mean, wonder if they're going to win or lose. They're going to win. That's it. If they don't, well, it's all been cheated, and that's what I mean. For the next 2 years, it's going to be tied up. And if the House goes to Republicans, it's going to turn into a national shit show, a clown show.
Night of, it'll be the night of the long knives. That's what'll be happening. If they get the Senate and the House, it'll be the night of the long knives. It'll be the end of the Democratic Party.
Oh, baby, Donnie's coming back with glee.
Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah. If the Republicans take the Senate, that, to me, boy, that's I don't know what I'm gonna be screaming about the next fucking day, because this country would be going to hell in a handbasket under Republicans right now. Are you shitting me?
If you don't, you'll be in a year's time. If Donnie's in within a year, if you haven't got a flag of Trump out the front, a Trump flag, you're a seditionist. And you go to jail. If you say anything bad about Trump, you're arrested. If you write anything bad about Trump, you're arrested. That's what it'll be.
That's where I could see it going.
No Midas touch.
He would corrupt every institution in this country. From the IRS to the FBI to the Department of Justice, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Everything. Department of Energy,
take control of it.
You know, the EPA would just totally disappear. You know, yes, I could see the handwriting on the wall of what Republicans could do under Trump, and if they get the Senate and the House again. There would be no check on power. There would be no check on anything. That's how come everything.
When I speak, it's not just my opinion. I sort of look at the opinion of, because I look at Asia, which is a hop, skip, and a jump across a bit of water, and I look at New Zealand, and because I get their news, and I get a lot of Reuters.
In this
my
day and
opinion
age,
is.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a world opinion. It's not my opinion. It's a world opinion.
And we live in a world environment. And if you don't believe that, look what's going on around the world, and be concerned about what direction look what Italy just took a hard turn to the right. England just the United Kingdom just elected a right-wing prime minister. They're pushing, baby. They're pushing.
Yep.
Dave, how close is Taiwan to where Australia is?
Oh, a long way. Pretty good.
Is it pretty far away?
Pretty far away.
Because right now China just may come towards Taiwan, and we've said we're going to defend it.
Taiwan is just right off the coast of China. There's very little water that separates China and Taiwan.
150 miles, Sean, I think. 150 miles of water.
Yeah. When you take off from Taiwan, you can see China pretty quick. And we will. That's been the standing modus operandi for decades.
So
that we will stand behind
it's all around
Taiwan.
The world that we're spreading ourselves pretty thin.
And China is with their one China policy. They consider Taiwan their property.
We're not with our.
You've got an agreement with Taiwan. You're going to defend Taiwan, America, and the rest of the world will defend Taiwan.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that there are commitments that we've made where we've made lots of commitments around the world that we have to honor, and Taiwan is one of them.
But look what's happening right now. With the strength of NATO right now, if it holds, with the addition of Finland and Sweden.
Oh yes.
And now Ukraine.
What if Russia nukes a NATO country?
Then we're all in, baby. An attack on one is attack on all.
Guns,
That's what NATO is about. So
then we nuke them with the big hydrogen bombs.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope everything remains a conventional war. Because if it goes farther, we're all fucked. It won't matter.
I don't see how they could use tactical nukes anyway and then march their troops through it. I mean, that's ridiculous. If they nuke some part of Ukraine and then they got to take their troops through it, march them through it.
They don't give a
shit.
They would use low yield stuff.
I'm concerned about the power plants.
Yeah, well, I've worked with iodine 141 and tritiated hydrogen in the laboratory. I can tell you, I don't want any radiation near me or in my body, low yield or not.
With the nuclear power plants,
of course you do.
There could be more than one kind of nuclear attack. If they hit that power plant, and there'd be another Chernobyl. And
do you think Putin really cares about his own soldiers? I think a lot of soldiers.
No, he doesn't.
He's a dead man.
He is.
But
he's got cancer. He's been told he's got
that went to Chernobyl. everybody, even the reporters died. So if they hit something like that in Ukraine, it's just going to be one hot spot for 100 years.
Well, then
And
we'll
with the
jump in.
prevailing
Trust
winds
me on
going
that.
towards Europe, it works in his benefit.
Correct. Did
Yeah,
you see the funny? Did you see them all shaking hands? And this was in Russia, and it was on Putin's speech yesterday. And he got some guys up on stage, these oligarchs,
Yeah.
and they're all crossing hands and
Yeah,
shaking.
yeah,
And he's a midget. He looked like a fucking big kid,
yeah. They're all stacking hands
He
out
was-
there. I saw that.
and
Yeah.
he's such a small
He
man,
is
isn't he?
under a
He's
lot of
looking
pressure
up.
right now.
Yeah, Napoleon
He may
syndrome.
be small, but he's evil. He's an evil.
He's an evil man, and he's got a lot.
Yep.
He still holds a lot of power. And again,
Yeah.
Yes.
we've said this for a long time. The only thing that can take Putin out is if we can't do it. That has to come from within Russia. Russia has to throw his ass out.
That's the
I
assassination.
think
It
they
has
could
to
spike
be
his food with
whether
chemical
it's that
castration
or
drugs
just
eventually.
they ought to take
Hang on,
the little
DJ.
palaces away from it. You know, look at that mansion he lives on the Black Sea.
That's
Jesus.
people's money. That's
That
not
is the
his money. That's
people's- yeah,
people's
that's right.
money.
Let's turn that into a museum for the people to come by and see just how opulent he lived. Yeah.
I can't figure out if he gave lessons to Trump or if Trump gave him lessons. I haven't figured that out.
No,
no.
you can imagine at Helsinki, Trump would have
Trump
said,
didn't
"Now,
give him
Rudy,
lessons.
tell me how you do it. How did you do it?
Trump is
Give me the
Oh,
game
yeah.
plan so
No,
I
I
can
mean
do it."
Trump
in
is a
terms
little
of like you
worm
just
compared
stand
to
there and
Putin.
lie. You just stand there and lie.
Well, I
And that's
think
what
that was
Putin does.
Trump's natural trait. That was Trump's natural trait, and Putin kind of.
That's what one of the things that makes Putin happy about Trump is the fact that he will lie through his
Yeah.
teeth, bald-faced lie, and stick to the lie. And
I think
that's
he was
great.
begging Putin to not show the PP tapes.
Well, like I said,
That could be
Right.
too.
if there are
Don't think
PP
that's what it
tapes,
is.
the only one that would have them would be Putin.
And I think it's just a
Yeah.
mutual liars club. They
And
admire
it may
And the
each
only,
be,
other's
but,
the only
lies.
you know,
PP tape,
it could
the only
be a PP
PP
tape.
tape that would be there. Sorry, mate. The only PP tape that would be there is trickle down economics PP.
Yeah, whatever. But if there is, Putin has it, and it might be one of the reasons he has a hold on Trump. But I think it's more than that. I think it's dirty dealings.
Yeah, it's
Trump's
gotta
had
be something more.
dealings with Russia all the way back to the 80s.
Well, and we know
Yeah,
that
he
Russia will
doesn't
tell
know
you
Putin.
things
Yeah.
and not really follow through.
Yeah.
We know that. That's history.
But he doesn't know Putin. He's hardly met the man. He's. Remember
For
that?
Donnie, it doesn't
I
matter.
don't know the man.
Putin
He
is
was
the most,
kissing his
is,
ass
is,
for
a,
not
is a
knowing
powerful
him very
man,
well.
and Donnie sucks up to powerful people.
He does.
Corrupt powerful people, because that's who Donnie wants to be. He wants to be
Well,
a
you know,
corrupt,
yeah, I was
powerful
just gonna
person.
say, John. Yeah, he wants to be just like
Yeah.
these are.
He
his
wants to
role
be like
models. This is why
Putin
he's
or Kim Jong Un, that kind of shit. That's
Well,
the people he loved while he was in office.
Well, John,
Yeah.
do you remember? Do you remember? And he still does it to this day. When Donnie comes out in a campaign, he's clapping his hands just like Kim Jong Un does. That's what it is. I'm telling you.
It's that same mentality that he wants to be a lord and a god
Exactly.
to everybody in this country, and they'll do it or we'll kill you. You know.
John,
Yes, dear.
the clock on the wall.
I know it. We got to wrap it up, baby.
He's rolling the credits
I'm
already.
rolling the
so that's
credits
good.
already as we speak. I want to thank
He's been
everybody
doing
for
it.
coming by.
I'm a bit concerned about Bernadette.
I
She's
am
not on the
too.
chat. Nothing.
It could have.
She
It
just
could
went
have been.
dead.
She may have lost power. You know.
Might be a technical thing. Maybe her power went
Well,
down
she
or
lives out
something.
in
Who knows?
California,
Yeah, I was
so
gonna ask
they've
what
been known
happened
to
to
lose
her.
power up there where she is. So it could have been a power outage or something like that. I'm hoping everything's
Where
all
is
right.
she?
Up in California.
In California, where at?
Northern California, up by
Up in the north.
yeah,
It's Northern
in the Green
California.
Triangle.
In the Sierra Nevadas?
No.
No,
No, she's not up in the mountains.
yeah, she is in the
Not-
mountains.
Okay.
He's up on the
Well, I
mountain.
think
don't
she's
know which
closer
one.
to the ocean, though, isn't she?
She said she's on the hills, not mountains.
Yeah,
hills.
no, I know right where she lives. I just can't think of it right now.
Because when you say
That's okay. We don't need to
can't
mention
picture,
that.
Yeah,
I can't picture Bernadette walking up every night up a mountain with the ropes and the ice.
she's
No.
no.
no,
No,
not
she has a
No,
car.
she's got a beautiful view from her place, though.
more like
of a
foothills.
beautiful valley with mountains around. I envy her view. You ought to see the little shed that she has her bathtub in, out the window of that shed. Yeah, I can see where she's sitting chills.
Yeah, you should go out and see her.
She's got a
sometime,
she
John.
shed. I would love to. I would love to come visit all y'all. Are you shitting me? And I passed one the other day, and I told Marcia, that's what I need right there. If I had that
We're
thing
getting
right there, I'd be at
John.
y'all's house doing a show.
You're right in the middle, aren't you?
Yes, I
You're
go
right in the
either
middle.
direction. Either direction. East or west, baby.
3 ways you can go.
I'm going
Hey,
north
you
no matter
go
which way
north.
I go. So, anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting and joining in the conversation. Johnny Fly, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it. Stopping by.
Thank you for having me, sir.
You bet. Enjoyed it. DJ, thank you
Yes.
for your voice in here
Yeah,
tonight.
my
Thank you.
privilege.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. And
Oh,
Miss Chick, always a pleasure, my dear.
Like,
Always a
share, and
pleasure.
subscribe.
Like, share, and
Blue dot.
subscribe.
Hit
The
the
Blue Dot in
thumbs up,
Texas.
guys.
Y'all ain't hit
Thumbs up,
that
thumbs
button
up, thumbs up.
yet.
Yeah, hit that like
Hit that
button.
like button.
Everybody.
It don't take but a second. It doesn't cost a thing. It does help the show, though, baby. I got kicked off YouTube. I got warned.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't
No.
understand.
What?
On a live
What'd you
show.
do?
It said misinformation about the 2020. The 2020 election.
is that right?
Listen to
Yeah,
129
on one of my
likes?
live shows, it told me that I had misinformation and that if I persisted, I would be taken off the.
I wish you two would mind your own business.
Really?
I don't know what it was, but all it takes is for somebody to do something.
That means
Okay.
somebody reported it as
Yeah,
misinformation.
somebody-
Well, how do all the other YouTube podcasters get away with it? Because they give Biden so much
I
shit.
have no idea what they're even talking about. It was during the last live, I guess, and I can't remember saying anything.
But had
False
to
No,
information
no.
about the 2020 election. I'm not pushing that.
Can we
Donnie's
get
pushing
a,
that.
can we get 100 thumbs up, please, family? We're 79.
I'm showing over 100
thanks.
here on my screen.
Are you? What are you showing?
129.
Ah, there you go. That works.
Thumbs up.
Like,
That's what it
share, and
says.
subscribe. We
On what,
appreciate it.
YouTube?
Any
Excellent.
support we get
Excellent.
on this show
Thanks,
is
family.
greatly appreciated. This whole
It,
show
does, it gets
it
gets your show publicized. It gets your show promoted
it gets
within
it more
YouTube.
in the algorithms and stuff. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you
I
gotta
took a
tweet
hit on
more, John,
TikTok
so
too.
those tweeters will know who you
'Cause
are.
I had one of my videos
What?
taken down on TikTok for
Smoking?
yeah. And ever since then, I think they've cut my algorithm down there because I was averaging on TikTok maybe 10,000, 8, 9, 10,000 views on a video. Well, all of a sudden I'm hitting on 2,000, 3,000 after that. So I think they screwed with the algorithm that how they let your video be out there so much. I don't
check
know.
your,
I'm guessing. I'm just.
I check your computer, DJ, because most people in the chat room are saying, well, here you go, Murray Betancourt said I got 62. I'm showing 82, and you got 129. What the
Yeah.
hell is
That's what
going
I've
on
got.
with YouTube?
Let me refresh here. See if it'll. I
Yeah,
don't know if
Teresa
it'll
says
work
she
or
sees
not.
68.
YouTube. Well, I'm not going
It's
to
all right.
refresh because
I am appreciative of every one of them I get.
Well,
I did, Matt.
I
did.
don't know. We got three
I
different
objected to
sets
it,
of
so
values,
I'm
so we'll
waiting
take
on
the
the
middle
appeal.
one. How's that?
What's that?
Dave, yours is in the middle, right?
Yeah, I'm at
That
82.
median? Yours is the median value, so we'll use it.
I'm showing-
Teresa Diggum,
I'm-
Teresa Diggum's got 68.
I can't see. Oh, well, I guess I could if I went here.
Gary Springs got 73. My God. Jeff Curry's got 81. Hello, YouTube.
I don't know if I can see this.
I see 82.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
do
know
I, John. I've got
why it would show
82.
three different values. That's ridiculous.
Anyhow, we were saying goodnight. Sorry, John, we took that away from you.
I show 9. I
Good
show
luck.
9 thumbs up. Just 9. Period. That's what I
No,
see.
well, you can't.
9.
Yeah,
That's
you can't
what I-
refresh your screen, but
No, I can't. Anyway, yes, we were saying goodnight. Aussie Dave, thank you again for coming by, brother. We
My
always
pleasure.
enjoy your conversation here.
thanks for the invite.
You bet. And to our Blue Dots on YouTube, on Facebook, Jeff Curry, Iris Giselle, Miss Linda, thank you for being here. Teresa Diggum, Anita Bracey, good night. Michael Johnson, thank you for your donations tonight. BW, Mark, y'all take care. TK Bench. I appreciate every one of you so much. You can't believe. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a rough month. It seems like there's been a month of bullshit that I've been having to go through. And every time I've come in here to do a show, I feel like I'm not prepared. But every time I come in here, I am saved by not only the people in this in the conversation here, but by reading the chat there. You save my ass every time because you give me the ideas that I want to speak and stuff when I come in here, and I think my head is empty, which most of the time it is lately. But I just love you, and Carolyn and John, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Jeff Curry, all of you. It's a family thing, and y'all have been bringing me through for the last freaking month. And I need to get my shit together and get things that are occupying my mind done and over with and out so I can clear my head. We got midterms coming up, baby. And on the grand scheme of things, with everything in my life, one of the most important things is this election. It's the most important election. God,
Hit the violins, John. Hit the violins.
Please. Vote for your country, baby. That's all I'm asking you to do. We can save this shit. We can't let them have it because you know they're going to just burn it to the fucking ground. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for being here. It is Tuesday, so we'll be back here Thursday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. So please come by and join the conversation because we love having you. In the meantime, try to put a smile on your face every day, baby. Even when the day sucks, you can find something to laugh at, and somebody else will get a chuckle. And there you go. The day's all better. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here. Y'all say good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see